quality output demands quality input. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. TV and the internet are making us mindless drones. This is the real issue to keep in mind. We need to cultivate more than we consume. The principle of evaluating how we spend our time is sound, but the discussion these days often mirrors the pros above. What's left out is the fact that emerging technologies are a double-edged sword. Whether the internet is a mindless distraction or the greatest educational tool ever invented, that depend on how you use internets. To be clear, there is a real risk in excessive passivity, the habit of merely consuming information put in front of you, rather than actively cultivating knowledge in areas that are valuable to you. But addressing this problem can be done in a much more pragmatic way. Consider it a habit audit, or an honest look at how you are spending your time. In Stephen Covey's bestseller, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he describes this as evaluating your circle of control versus your circle of concern. The circle of control is anything that relates directly to you, situations where you influence the outcome, like the skills you build, the projects you create, or the habits you engage in. Basically, information that improves how you spend your time. It places emphasis on your attention as a valuable, limited resource, and something you should guard as such. If you give it away freely, you may develop the fear of missing out that causes mindless interaction with information that isn't relevant to you. Consider the news. While trying to stay updated on current events is a noble goal for any citizen, think about what you give the news, and what it gives back. You give your attention, energy, time, and emotional reactions, all for information that you can rarely utilize. What some scandalous politician did in a country you don't even live in, may creep into your circle of concern, draining your focus, via an issue that you cannot use later, in any meaningful way. Put simply, 99% of what you will see won't matter to you. Compare that to time spent cultivating knowledge on a topic you care about, or on a skill you wish to develop, and you can see that who and what you give your attention to has a significant impact on the type of person you become. Understanding where your time is going is far more important and practical than watching TV, the internet, or mainstream news. Cultivating simply means getting past service level information and building on education that goes beyond the basics. When you say that you are going to expand your circle of control, what you really mean is that you're going to reduce irrelevant information and spend more time exploring the depths of those topics relevant to you. This can take place in a variety of ways: improving job skills, experimenting with new interests, creating more work or art, getting intentional with your learning, etc. Of course, not all information can, or should, have utility. What matters is I feel satisfied with where my time is being spent as a whole. That's the most important takeaway of all. Are you giving priority to your circle of your control? Or is your circle of concern eating up too much of your attention?